Welcome to RaiGurukul.com. In this video, we'll discuss about how to get queue details from UiPath Orchestrator using PixieBrix. So here, when I will trigger this flow, it will generate or extract the queue details from UiPath Orchestrator. And for doing this, we have added or created PixieBrix flow. So we don't need to do the login into UiPath Orchestrator for extracting UiPath queue details into Orchestrator. And at the end, we have one button where on clicking on this button, it will navigate us to UiPath Orchestrator account. So this is very easy enough to add or extract detail from UiPath Orchestrator and get it populated into Sidebar panel. PixieBrix extends UiPath capabilities to support a wider range of attended automation use cases and deployment scenarios. PixieBrix give us more ways to interact with UiPath seamlessly, providing context to UiPath automations and delivering the results to our user. Additionally, PixieBrix runs in the browser as OS agnostic, which extends UiPath reach further beyond desktop application. PixieBrix integration with UiPath enables 5 common use cases: just-in-time access, retrieves information from application in a way that's secure and auditable, navigation efficiency, automatically navigating to a screen even when deep linking is not available, information retrieval or overlay, enrich any web pages with external context through third-party services, AI, etc. So we'll see here how to get UiPath Orchestrator queue details into PixieBrix sidebar panel. And for performing this activity, we have to first integrate UiPath Orchestrator. For integration point of view, simply select add integrations and go to UiPath. So if you want to create successful connections, click on configure and provide these details like label, user key, client ID, folder ID. These all informations you will get it from my previous video. I will also include the URL in my description tab so that you can easily make an integration possible with PixieBrix. Post that once you will go to the UiPath Orchestrator, you have to first allow the connections, and after that you can start using it. So till last video, I've included how to add queue items. So if you can see in the transaction detail, if you can see in the transaction detail of UiPath Orchestrator, you can see total number of transactions which is available. It's 77. But once I will trigger this process, it will automatically add few more details and update it accordingly. So I've created these content in my previous video. So if you want to learn in detail, watch that content from beginning. I will also include the URL in description tab so that you can easily access it. Now here, when I will go back to the folder and inside the queues, you will see this is remaining items. Now let me trigger add UiPath queue. It will run the process and execute it successfully. So let me save this. And you can see here, this has been successfully completed. Let me refresh the page. Now, if you can see here, the record has been successfully updated. I did not trigger any process from the UiPath Orchestrator. I simply clicked on right click on this UiPath Orchestrator and clicked on add UiPath queues. So that's the power of PixieBrix, where we can run our process on right clicking on any of the applications. So that's all we have covered in previous video. Now, if I want to extract this detail into my sidebar panel of PixieBrix, so let's build a flow. So let me remove all this content. Now, if I want to extract all these details or queue details in PixieBrix sidebar panel, simply I will add one sidebar panel here. Adding sidebar panel, simply click add icon and add button and click on sidebar panel and click on create new sidebar panel. Here we have to define the sidebar panel detail. Right now, I want to call the data of UiPath Queue items. So I will update the name as UiPath Queue items. Now you can see your title has been updated successfully. Now I want to add UiPath Queue item. Simply I will click here and write it down UiPath Queue item bricks and add it here. So if you want to know about the queue status in UiPath, so simply go to here and find it out the documentation available for UiPath queue. Select this items and it will navigate you to the page where you can find it out complete status of all the queue items like they have new, retired, none, in review, failed, abandoned, in progress, successful. Here in my case, I'm having the status as new. So I will write it down status EQ and new is my status of queue. So I want to call the new status of any particular queue item in UiPath. Simply I will save here and once I will run the process or render the process, I will get the detail here. So in output panel, you can see all the queue items are listed here. But in my case, I don't want to see these details here. If I want to add these details like output data, status, retrieve status, then references, due date, risk date, if I want to keep it into tabular format and show it to the render panel or sidebar panel, then simply I will add one more bricks, that is render document, and click on add this brick. Here I want to change this name. So instead of example document, I want to keep some other name. So here, let's say I'm adding. Now, if you can see here, this content has been updated. And if I will run this process after saving it, it will show the detail. I will just remove this text and save it. When I will render, I will find it out exactly what I'm looking for. So let's change this name as well. Queue page. Perfect. Now here I want to add some blocks. So inside this block, I want to add table or custom table to view the data. So whatever is format I'm looking for, I will select all of the data here. So instead of viewing the detail into complete complex view, I will just select this and add the data whichever I'm looking for. So click on add items and we will see label and property. So we'll find it out these details from here. Let's call it out some of the items. So here I want to display ID and status. So instead of showing ID, so we'll show individual ID with a particular status. So in label field, it will show the column and in property, it will show the value. Click on save button. And when I will execute this process, I will get the desired output. But here we have not defined any the data from where we are calling. So data we are calling from this item. So let me copy and paste it here. So let me save this and render the item. So if you can see here, just now I added the ID with the queue ID details. So label is showing ID and rest all queues are showing perfectly fine. Apart of that, if I want to add some other value like add item with status. So if you want to see the exact name about the status, simply go here and select any of the queues and you'll find out the name. Exact name should be available. Otherwise, it will show an error. So here, status, and again, I will include status. Now, here we have specified the status and ID. So click on save. And you can see the sidebar panel, it was showing with the queue items and their status. Apart of that, if I want to add one more field, that is priority, so simply I will write it down here, priority and then again priority field. So it will show me ID status with their priority. Click on save and this will generate with priority detail. Now, till here, we have defined ID status and priority, and we are showing these queue details into sidebar panel from here. Let's say if I want to open a Orchestrator account. So for doing this, simply I will add one more block here. And in this block, what we can do, we can just select a brick. And when I will click on open tab and select this activity, it will give me a URL where we can define the complete URL. Simply copy and paste it here. Now, once I will click on save, this button will be added successfully into my detail page. And if you can see here, when I will click on open Orchestrator, it will jump to the Orchestrator account from where we are doing login page. Till the URL, whatever you will provide, you will get this navigation options are available into your bricks. So this is how we can add or extract queue details with their ID, status, and priority. You can extract a number of fields, whatever you will get it from here. Either you want to show output data, analyze data, review status, review user ID, key. These all fields we can extract it through PixieBrix. So that's all about this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you really think so, this will be useful. Don't forget to share within your circle. Thank you for watching.